Well, it's the biggest tech show in the world, and earlier this month, Las Vegas played host to thousands of technology companies at the annual Consumer Electronics Show. Joining us this morning with some of the highlights is online security expert David Papp. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Mike.
We were just talking offline. Just how big is the show?
3 million square feet of exhibit space. So it's spread on buildings all over the Strip in Vegas. Like it's ridiculously huge.
It's like 8 days long. You say, like, even if you had the full 8 days, you'd never be able to get
And then you're fighting the 175,000 people who are there with you, to get in line and look at whatever the cool stuff is.
All right. So, I'll ask you what some of the great new products are. Obviously, you didn't have access to all of them, but what stood out for you?
The big thing would be 5G phones. That's the big, they claim that this is the year of 5G. We've got 8K TVs, a whole bunch of them. Foldable displays, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
kind of neat.
Very
That's
cool.
coming out. Different voice assistant and ambient technologies. It's like the Siri enhancements on that, home automation and stuff like that. And of course, the usual laptops, earbuds, computers, different monitors, curved monitors. They got all of that
Virtual
stuff.
reality.
Virtual reality.
Lots
drones.
Drones, yes. So when you talk about 5G, for the layperson like me, what exactly does that mean, and how will that benefit you?
So 5G is pretty exciting. It's going to be quite, I think it's going to take a while for it to be fully integrated. It's 100 times faster than 4G. So they claim that you could even, if the data plans were right, you could do cord cutting with that, like no internet connection, no nothing. You would just have a cell and you'd have your 5G connection. They're going to also, have you ever heard of the Internet of Things? That's a big thing that's going to be tapping into 5G. The problem is, and I learned this when I was watching, how does this actually work? You almost have to have a cell tower on every block in order for 5G to work, and you need line of sight. You have to be that much closer and have line of sight for you to get those crazy speeds.
But obviously the technology will change, so that won't have to be the case. How far are we away from actually integrating this into our system now?
It's being deployed right now. Vegas had a bunch just for CES.
But are you just saying it may be deployed, but we won't just be able to see the real benefits of it? Because,
correct.
Yeah.
Well, and your phone needs to be 5G.
Yeah, okay. And what about, you also mentioned another number, 8K. What is that?
So the funny thing is that's how the resolution of the display screens we're looking at. There were a ton of 8K new displays and TVs and everything at CES. And the funny thing, Mike, is that they're all showing the same YouTube demo video because there's no 8K content.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't exist.
But if you were to put 8K up against 4K, would the average eye be able to tell the difference?
Well, not unless you're looking at the content that is 8K, on your display screen. Otherwise, you're not going to see any difference.
Yeah, it sounds to me like you might as well just look out the window. That's how clear 8K is going to be, right?
Yeah.
So realistic.
It's pretty awesome. Absolutely. I mean, we've already got 5K, 6K displays out there, 4K. They've all been out there. The problem is there's no content.
So if I were to ask you what you're most excited about, would it be the 8K or are there other things?
You're going to love this answer, Mike. I love the fact that when new technology comes out, it makes the current technology more affordable for us.
Okay, that's true.
So 4K displays and 4G phones are going to be reduced in price because they're being pushed up by the 5G and 8K. That's what I'm excited about.
And like you say, the 5G and the 8K, you won't be able to really appreciate what it's capable of doing.
Not
so you might as well get the other one cheaper.
Absolutely. I would say don't be one of those people who has to be first in line for the technology. Just wait it out and, get better technology right now, the current stuff, for a better price.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.